Hello, friends. Welcome to episode 16 of State of the Stash. My name is Shauna, and this is my series where I talk about all of the things that come in and out of my stash in an effort to have more go out than comes in, which it's a struggle. So today's episode is going to be covering all the yarn that came in and out of my stash in February 2024. And if you watched last episode, you'll know that I was feeling so rejuvenated and reinvigorated to my goals in January. And I have to admit, I made my first yarn purchase. But when I explain that a little bit more, hopefully it will make sense. And yes, I'm not feeling the urge to buy a bunch, which is good. Because sometimes when yarn comes in, you're like, ooh, now I want all the yarn. Which, let's be honest, we always want all the yarn. You can find links down below to where you can find me, Instagram and Ravelry under Shauna Stitches. And also the yarns that I'm going to show and links to my Ravelry project pages for any projects that I talk about. I had quite a few finished objects, 4 I think, if my notes are correct. Yes, 4 finished objects in February, which isn't bad. It's a short month, although we did have a bonus day, leap year, and 29 days in February. So I'm going to put up pictures because I do not have all the projects here with me, and also tell you how many grams each project took. So the first thing that I finished in February were my Desert Vista Dyeworks socks, which are the Blueberry Waffles pattern and fingering weight. Those used 78 grams of yarn. And the next thing that I finished was a big one. I don't have it in front of me here. I don't remember when I cast this on, but it's a very old project that I finished. I originally started it for a different baby, but I'm finishing it for one that's due very soon. And I converted the Purl Soho half and half triangles wrap into a baby blanket. So I used DK weight yarn and larger needles. I cast on way too many because it turned out huge. I'll put a picture up, and or maybe it goes on this side. I don't remember it. There'll be a picture. That used 762 grams of yarn. That was a huge one. I need to finish some more of those things this year to really make a huge dent in my stash. The next 2 things that I finished are nearly identical, and actually I have those here. I can show you. I finished 2 of the Purl Soho classic ribbed hats, and these are to go with the triangles, half and half triangles wrap blanket that I made. This one will be for the baby, and this one is for the bigger brother. So it's the kid size and the small adult. Kid size used 33 grams of DK weight acrylic yarn, and the small adult used 43 grams. So exactly 10 grams of difference. And that gives us a total out for the month, because those are all the finished projects, total out of 916 grams. That is awesome. That's more than I had out in January. Now, let's talk about yarn that came into stash. Some of the stuff was not planned for, and a lot of it I didn't buy myself, but I did earn. So let me tell you, some of this is going to be crinkly. I'm sorry, nothing I can do about it. But I got these, which are 135 grams of minis from Desert Vista Dyeworks. If you participate in her yearly knit along, and depending on how many Instagram posts you make, up to 100, you earn minis. So 15, I think, 15 minis. And I think I already told you 135 grams for those. Those came in, didn't buy them, but I did earn them, and they came into stash. So regardless, they're being counted. And I also earned a free skein of yarn from Susan of Desert Vista Dyeworks. This one is Zombody Got Flocked. And if you know what that means, that's like when people put those plastic penguins on other people's yards. I don't really like that tradition, but I loved this color. I just had to get it. And it's a sparkle base called Zion? Zion would have an O. Zion. I guess it's Zion. Z-I-E-N. Anyway, it's fingering weight with sparkle, like I said, 2-ply yarn, and these will make some beautiful socks. The other skein that I got, now this one is a bit of a spoiler, but I'm guessing everyone that earned theirs, oh, did I say that last one was 100 grams? Jeez Louise. 100 grams into stash. Now, this one, if you participate and finish all 12 months in 1 year, 1 calendar year for Susan's Desert Vista Dyeworks yearly knit along, you earn an exclusive colorway. And this is my very first time earning that skein. I was very excited to see what it is, and now I'm going to show it. So if you don't want to see it, look away. It's not going to take long. Here it is. That is the exclusive color and mini, and it's in DK weight yarn. So I can make some DK weight socks, which I never ever do. But look at this. This is the exciting part. My skein is 35 of 75. So 75 people last year finished all 12 months and received the skein. So there's only 75 of these out in the world, and I have one of them, which is so fun. I love it. I believe last year there was a coyote theme, and so this year seems to be a turtle theme, because I also received this little pouch full of goodies, and I won't show them all to you, but let's see here. I didn't even open this up yet. Can you see there? There's a turtle. I'll actually show you because I think it's pretty cute. There he is. A little turtle pin. Oh, it's so glary. Let's try this again. I think it's still going to be glary because he's a shiny little turtle. And he's wearing a hat. So we have a turtle with a hat. And I received just a lot of little goodies like that. There's a sticker, there's the pin, a little notebook to keep notes on, some stitch markers, this kind of pin, which, what does it even say? That's some really small writing. It says the 9th annual Desert Vista Dyeworks monthly sock club. So the year that I'm participating in now is the 10th and final year. And those are all the goodies that I got from Susan. So like I said, I did not pay for those. I earned them. But again, I forget to tell you, this was 120 grams into stash. I have one more acquisition, and that one I did buy, and I will explain why. So I have 3 skeins of West Yorkshire Spinners yarn. It's the 4-ply fingering weight, 300 grams. And the green color is spruce. The red color is rouge. And the reason I bought these is because I am working on a sock design. I think that's all I'll say about that. I didn't have any yarn that would really be on theme for what I wanted it to be. You might guess the theme if you see these colors, maybe not. But yes, I really wanted something specific for an actual design rather than just finding something in my stash. So that's all of the yarn that came in February, much more than I'd actually planned, because those came in like February 29th, like the last day. They were almost March acquisitions, but by the skin of their teeth, they came in February. That was 655 grams in, much more than I planned for. And like I said, 916 grams out. So that's a difference of negative 261 grams for the month. I am very happy with that. Often having over 600 grams come into my stash in a month, that would have made me positive for the month. And the fact that I'm still negative 2.5 skeins is amazing. Now for the year, let's see, January, we had 534 grams come, negative 534 grams out. And this month, negative 261, which means the yearly total is negative 795. And that's awesome. We are almost negative 8 skeins, more going out than coming in. So we have a very long way to go to make a large dent in my stash, but it is progress and I'm happy about that. So, I think that's about all I have to say for State of the Stash. I know many of you are doing similar states of the stash, and I'm just so happy that I could encourage you to, I don't know, do what you want with your stash. I would say to, stash down like I'm doing, but that isn't everyone's goal. But I think tracking it is so important because I can tell you how fast one stash can grow. Even when you aren't spending a ton of money, it can grow way faster than you can actually use it. So, all right. Thank you for joining me. I will see you again next month. Bye.